If the majority in England want Sharia law, will you move out?
If Sharia
will
law,
you move out?
If Sharia law is in this country, I'd move.
Will you? Yeah, you'll move. So you don't believe in democracy? His opening statement was a lie that I never preach about Islam. I can show you several videos to expose you as a liar, like the way Paul was. By the way, why does Paul curse Jesus?
Why are you coming in with a question? I was talking to this lady.
I'm talking to you.
I see how you're trying to start this.
I see how you try to actually impose your Bible.
I'm not imposing nothing on
Okay,
her.
so why are you
just
scared
read
to
the
speak
Hadith.
about your religion then?
Why are you scared to speak about your religion?
Can you calm down, people? They're doing
Yeah, you know what? You said I don't speak about Islam. When did you speak about Christianity? When was the last time you spoke about Christianity?
Every week here.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Let's start with that. Come
Why
on.
are you so upset?
About what?
I get this like very tense energy from
That's
you.
your insecurity speaking.
It's not my insecurity.
It is
So
indeed.
basically, I'll explain it. He
Yeah.
said there's 3 hadiths that it shows the Prophet. One of them is about
Killing apostates.
he got permission from God to kill someone who was slandering him,
You maligned him.
or
Yeah.
someone else, and then another one about.
To be honest, you know, he doesn't know the context.
Let her explain.
Yeah, she did explain. He doesn't know the context. So what he does is he looks at the face value of a hadith and he says that is it. In the time of Prophet, peace be upon him, there were laws for both the Muslims and the non-Muslims, and these laws were there for everyone, including the Jews, the Christians, the Muslims, all of them.
Have you looked at the false?
Yeah. For example, you know, apostasy. In the Bible, there is apostasy law, which is to kill the apostate. Okay? That is clearly mentioned in Deuteronomy, which is from his God, but he won't bring that up. You know why? He goes, look, he goes, shut that time.
Let me talk about it then.
No, let me finish. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. I know you're insecure. So let me expose you from the Bible. In the Bible, there is apostasy law. Of course, you're going to walk away because when the Bible is brought up, they run away.
He's actually being disrespectful.
How am I being disrespectful? You haven't let me finish. I haven't finished yet.
She's saying calm down.
Both of you,
Yeah.
calm down. Okay. So the point is, he was telling me about 3 of them. I said to him, okay, but this is what all Christians do here. They look for little faults and sometimes they change the words.
In fact, everything they can show us, it is in the Bible.
He said you do the same
Yeah,
thing.
everything they show us from the Hadith, it's actually in the Bible, but they will never ever condemn anything in the Bible.
Wasn't I fair when I said to you, if you don't know, you can get any Muslim that you want and bring them here?
Yeah, I said
He came first, and then he came, but he
Here
came
comes the victim card. Watch it. Go on. Let's see the victim. Here, the victim
with the
card.
right energy, right? He's talking about Deuteronomy, right?
Yes.
That is in the Bible, but that's Jewish tradition. Now we can talk about that.
Is it from your God?
It is.
Okay.
But we can
So
talk,
do you agree or do?
But we can talk about that.
Do you
but I
condemn
want
the
you to
apostasy
understand-
law of
course I
stoning?
do. Of
You
course I
condemn
do.
it.
But we have to go through
Wait.
the text.
Do you condemn the
We have to
apostasy
go-
law?
We have to go through the text.
It's in Deuteronomy. In his Bible, it says anyone who converts from the family, yes, they should be put to death. Now he said he condemns it. You know, he just said he condemns it. Did you notice that? He condemns his own God's word.
Another religion to worship other gods.
It's not another religion. Same God.
Them to worship other gods.
Yes,
The text
that's
out.
called apostasy.
But what I would say first and foremost, right?
So do you condemn it? Let's start with that. Do you condemn it?
Let's start with this.
What?
Can you just be quiet for 1 second?
Yeah,
Let's
I can.
start with this.
Yeah, but
Thank
you need to.
No,
you need to answer
be
the
quiet
question.
for 1 second.
Yeah.
You can't come in here and ask me a question.
I can,
I was
actually.
having a conversation with her.
I
first.
can.
So if you want to come in the conversation,
No, there's no such law.
Oh,
No such
man.
rule.
Why-
You said 1 second. Your
You're
second
the-
is over.
you're one.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
The
Why are
reason
offensive
you
about
brought up those
religion?
hadith is to show that Islam is bad. But the thing is, you'll find something worse in the Bible. According to them, they can't be forgiven without the human sacrifice of Jesus.
see?
Okay? Without the human sacrifice. Now, the only people who actually believed in human sacrifice for atonement of sin were the pagans.
See how he's
So
jumping?
they have actually gone to
how he's
paganism
jumping?
from the,
Why
you know,
can't you-
Abraham,
Hashim,
Moses,
Hashim,
Jesus,
why can't you
all
address-
of this, they
Hashim,
worship
we're not-
one
we're
God.
not
I'm
communicating
talking to
here.
her, not to you.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna walk away.
Of course you're going to walk away because you have
You're not
nothing to
talking
say.
me. You're not talking to me. You're running
When I
away.
talk to you, you change the topic.
What do you mean? There was a topic already before you came in.
Yes, and I'm
You
addressing the
can't come in.
topic.
How
Okay.
are you addressing?
Did he not show you
Oh
the
my
hadith
days.
about apostasy?
You are
And I
impossible to
responded to apostasy in the
You
Bible.
are impossible to
He
talk to.
said he condemns it in the Bible, which means he
Then-
condemns his own
Didn't I
God.
go through the text? Didn't I go through the text with you? And didn't I say to you that you can bring any Muslim here, including him,
Yes.
including Mansour, right? So I'm happy to discuss the text with him. There's no problem with that. But he's just come in, right? He's jumped straight into Deuteronomy. He hasn't brought up the
That's
text.
because you
right?
condemn it.
And wait, he hasn't brought up the text. I never said I condemned it.
Oh, you
I
did?
never said I
So you're
condemned
okay
it.
with it then?
I
You're
never-
okay with
I
apostasy?
reserve my judgment until we speak about this properly.
You are okay
Can you
with
just be
killing
quiet
of
for-
apostates?
Can you just be quiet?
No,
for a
you don't tell
second?
me what to do.
All right,
If you want to walk away, walk away. Anytime.
So
You
basically,
know what?
Okay, because that is your exit.
I gave.
Let me show you from the Bible about the apostasy.
I'm
Yeah,
going to walk away.
yeah, run away,
I
boy.
want to talk about.
Run away,
you don't
boy.
wanna
No
talk about
problem.
his hadiths, right? It would have been nice if he addressed those hadiths first, and then we went to this. I'm happy to do that.
Are you sure?
If you agree with that, we'll do it right
Okay,
now.
so you're not going to run away in the middle of the discussion when I bring up the Bible, will you?
That's fine. We
Okay,
can go through it
you
right
bring
now.
one hadith, I'll bring a Bible verse.
No,
How
I wanna
about that?
go through the
That's
free-
not fair.
No,
What
no,
I
no,
wanna
no.
do-
3 will take
I
a long
wanna-
time. One at a time.
There's no rush.
There's no
There's
rush?
no rush.
Really?
Yeah,
Let's
we've
see.
got the time.
Okay, so if there's no
We've
rush,
got the time.
if there's no rush, let's do one hadith, one Bible verse.
Okay.
How about that? Is that fair?
Let's do it.
Good?
That's fine.
Let's bring it on. Come on.
this is interesting. Now,
Okay, yeah. Come down then. We're not hearing.
are you Christian?
Who said that?
Are you Christian?
I am.
I'm saying to you,
You're a nobody.
you know it.
Hadith rejectors are nobodies.
Hadith written by after 600 years.
So when I was
No, it
South
wasn't.
America.
It wasn't.
From South America.
Yes, I am.
They're both Christians.
So when I was talking to the lady, this is the point that I made, right?
Go on.
That Muhammad had his people murdered by his followers, including apostates.
No, read it as it is. Without you putting your own words in it. Read it as it is in the hadith. Because what he does is he puts his own spin. This is what Christians do. They love to put the spin. No, we read it as it is.
Okay, without
In the
spin.
Bible.
Okay, without spin.
Yeah,
okay.
no spins.
No, you as well.
Keep your spin to yourself.
You are dangerous man to spin. I tell you.
God bless you, bro. We read in Sahih al-Bukhari 6922. Narrated. Do you want to get it out?
Yeah, you read it, read it.
You can't get it out because remember last time you didn't trust that I was reading it, the original source.
Read it, I'm listening.
Yeah, I want her to be ready. This is for her. It's not really for you.
I thought it was for me until now. Bring anyone you want. Now all of a sudden it's not about me.
Remember, we're discussing what was discussed before you.
Dude, it's okay. Hold your insecurities. Yeah, go on, read it.
Sahih al-Bukhari 6922. Yeah.
Yeah.
Narrated Ikrimah, some atheists were brought to Ali and he burnt them. The news of this event reached Ibn Abbas, who said, "If I had been in his place, I would not have burnt them, as Allah's messenger forbade it, saying, 'Do not punish anybody with Allah's punishment, fire.' I would have killed them according to the statement of Allah's messenger. Whoever changed his Islamic religion, then kill him."
What's your point?
That if you change your Islamic religion, you
Yeah.
are worthy of death.
Right. That's apostasy.
Did you know that
Is
beforehand?
that apostasy
Did
for
you know
you?
that beforehand?
yeah,
Is that
okay, so
apostasy
I'm
for
asking the
you?
lady a question. Did you know that
I
beforehand?
think I knew something like this.
So you wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So I'm just making it
Okay,
clear.
so-
I'm educating her.
That's fine.
On things
It's
that
about apostasy. We got it. No need to keep repeating.
do you accept that?
Okay, me
Do you
first,
accept
first
that
and
statement?
foremost,
Let me
You
ask
kill
you the
someone.
question.
can
now.
I answer the way I
No,
want
no, no.
without
Let me ask you
imposing
the
and
question
pointing
now.
fingers?
Okay, I won't point
Right,
fingers.
calm down
Can I
first.
ask you the question
Calm
now?
down. You need to
Can
calm
I ask
down.
you the
Yeah,
question
go on.
now? Do you approve of that or do you condemn it?
Okay, now I'll answer the way I want.
It's a yes or
Okay,
no.
no, it's not a yes or no. Don't tell me how to answer.
No, that's fine.
Don't tell me how to answer. Yeah, look at the camera. See how stupid you look. You want to go away? Walk.
He wants
Because I
me
will
to-
answer
he
the way I
actually
want.
wants me to walk
Because
away.
in a-
He actually wants me to walk away.
Just like in Deuteronomy, in the time of Moses, when apostasy was actually punished by death, just like in the Hadith here.
Looking for something
Yeah.
in the Bible.
No, it doesn't matter. It's in Deuteronomy. We got lots of them. Don't worry.
Bring it up,
Okay.
the text.
Yeah, of course I'll bring
I
up the
want to
text.
answer my
Okay.
question.
So
Do
your
you
question,
condemn this or not?
I will answer the way I want, not yes and no. Okay. If you got a problem with that, walk.
See,
Yeah, but you
how do you telling me to walk? Right?
Because you're imposing conditions.
Let's work
Okay,
on
so
He wants
in
to walk.
in Islamic
Come on, let's
country,
work on
look,
answer.
under
Go on,
Sharia,
in the flesh.
if this is the case, and by the way, there is a due process. It's not like somebody leaves Islam and straight away you chop the head off. No, there's actually a due process. They go to the court, they establish what exactly is the problem, and then also they were given time to reflect on it. So it's not straight away like the way you think it is.
But they still
And this is,
apply
hold
now.
on, stop interrupting.
Sorry about that.
In Islamic Sharia, if you live under that, which means you have to agree by the law, just like in America. If you commit treason, then it is the death penalty there. So if you want to live in America, then you have to abide by the laws of America, right? Just because, by the way, this is the 21st century, they still get death penalty. Yes? Now, in the case of Deuteronomy,
No,
like in
why
the time of
did Ali
Moses,
why did Ali burn them?
what Ali did, actually it is a companion who's condemning it. Have you noticed that? in the
But he
hadith.
says he would have killed him in another way, not by Allah's
Yeah, not by
fire.
burning.
So still would have
Not by
killed-
burning.
So
Yes.
how then?
By the
Why
way,
did Allah
did I
say-
say it's not death penalty? It is death penalty for
you-
apostates.
Oh, so
But
you-
in a Sharia, where the country is following the Sharia law, not in Britain or somewhere else
You
where they
support
don't have
the killing-
Sharia.
So you support the killing of all apostates then?
In the Sharia, done through the due process,
You hearing
yes.
that? In the Sharia.
Yes.
And do you want
Okay.
Sharia law to
No,
be...
no, don't ask
Do you
me.
want the Sharia law to be all over the world?
Depends if they want it.
Do you want that? What would you like? Why are you here?
Okay.
You're here because you want to spread Islam, right?
Okay, let me ask you this. If the
so you
people-
want Sharia law here. So what,
See,
so what-
did you notice that? I answered the hadith, now he's going to another topic. Now my turn to ask about the hadith.
Condemn the Muslims that are killing the Christians in
Stop
Syria,
interrupting.
the Muslims that are killing
Stop
the
interrupting.
Christians in
Stop
Nigeria,
interrupting.
the Muslims that are raping, rampaging wild.
Yeah, it's Stop interrupting. I don't want to talk to
Condemn
you.
the
No.
Christians.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that if
Muslims
the
in every
Deuteronomy
Western
says the same
country-
thing, would you? If Deuteronomy says the same thing, would you consent?
Are you going to condemn man?
Somebody call the police. This guy's harassing. Call the police on this guy.
Calm it down, calm it down, calm it
I
down.
don't want to talk to you. Not
Calm it down, please.
get the message.
Let's calm it down, calm it down.
So you agree with that one as well?
Will you
agree
condemn?
with apostasy killing according to Sharia law? Do you
Okay.
agree?
He said to bring the verse in the Bible.
you agree?
Here's a passage in the Bible. In the Bible, it says here,
What is the question?
brother. It's the same. I'm showing. Stop interrupting. I'm showing the apostasy. They'll come there. Stop. Don't worry. Yeah.
If you want to, you agree with that.
Ready.
So
Give us.
so-
Salam alaikum, akhi.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Anyone who is Muslim and convert to
Yeah.
another religion.
Well, she doesn't agree. Thank you.
The police.
That's the difference between Christianity.
That's good. Let's move. If they come, then they're harassing. All right, guys, they're gone. Let's come back here.
No, I don't know.
I was going to show the apostasy law in the Bible. Okay, gone. By the way, you asked the question, do I want Sharia here? If the majority of the people agree, then yes.
No. Do you want to hear or not?
I just said, if the majority agree, yes.
Without their agreement, what do you want?
It's all based on, if you come in any country, if you got only a minority who want a certain law, obviously not going to
I'm asking you
work.
what you
It's
want.
common sense.
I'm asking you what
It's
you
common
want.
sense.
No, just tell
I
me
just
what
told
you
you,
want.
conditionally.
What do you want?
Not the way you want to answer. I'll answer the way I
If I
want.
don't want Sharia law, right?
Then you can move to another country.
Well, I'm in England. There's no Sharia
Like
law
I said, in England, okay, so in England, if the majority want, will you move out?
Do you want Sharia law
Answer
in
the
this
question.
country?
If the majority in England want Sharia law, will you move out?
If Sharia
Will
law,
you move out?
If Sharia law is in this country, I'd move.
Will you? Yeah, you'll move. So you don't believe in democracy?
I would move.
Do you believe in democracy?
I'm a
ah,
Christian. I'm a.
Will you-
I'm a Christian.
Okay, wow.
If I'm living in
How does a Christian rule?
Sharia law,
Do you know according
that
to
doesn't work in my favor.
based on Christianity,
That
you have to
doesn't work in my
accept the
favor.
law of the land. Do you know that?
But I moved
The
to-
Bible, in the Bible, you have to accept
so
Sharia.
So Christians can't travel.
No, Jesus said,
Christians can't
according to your
travel.
book, according to
Jesus
Jesus,
said scatter when there's persecution.
no. Yeah, if there's persecution, so if there's no persecution,
I'm
you're
under
okay.
Sharia law,
Do you know
then
how many
that
Christians lived under Sharia and they were okay with it? How many Jews lived under Sharia and they were okay with
So,
it?
yes or no, do you-
Maimonides, one of the greatest
like
scholars
talking to
of the
a child.
Jews, he lived in a Muslim country
like talking
for
to a
many,
real
many
child.
decades. And the Muslims
Honestly,
gave
I just
them,
want a decent conversation.
Muslims actually honored them and respected them
I just
for their
want a
knowledge.
straightforward question.
I've already answered you. I don't want to answer the way you want, I'll answer the way I want.
So-
You said you don't believe in democracy. You don't
I
believe
never
in the
said
law. Oh, do you?
never said that.
Okay, so let me ask you once again.
So you
If the
said that-
majority want Sharia, are you okay with it or not?
If they want Sharia and that's what is implemented, I will move.
So you're not okay with democracy? Because democracy is what? If the majority agree, then that is
So
democracy.
you're saying I have to stay in this country?
you are
all my
against
life.
democracy?
Are you against democracy?
I'm not actually.
You know,
I'm
so
not.
Were you born and bred
I'm
here?
not. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, were you? Were
yeah, I
you?
was.
Okay, so you're
Yes,
still
I was.
against, even though you're
So-
born and bred here, you're still against democracy.
You must be against
This is what
democracy.
happens,
No,
you
no,
know,
no.
as soon as Sharia
You
comes,
must be against
democracy goes out the window.
Where he was before he came to here. So why didn't you agree what was going on?
I
there?
can go anywhere in the world. Who are
I
you?
can as well.
When did I say you can't?
So why am I against?
He's lost the plot already. I said you don't believe in democracy
How
because
does that
you,
mean I don't believe in democracy.
because according to you, if the majority agree, yes, good. If the majority agree, then you said you're not okay with it. Am I right?
I'm not okay with that.
Thank you. So that's not democracy. Because the democracy is by the majority,
I have
and
a
whatever the majority agree,
no, but I respect,
then they have
no,
to.
A democracy respects the decision. I'd respect the decision.
Okay.
I would just move.
So you're okay with respecting Sharia?
I'd respect the decision.
You're
but
okay
I
with
would
respecting
move.
Sharia then?
If it was implemented,
Yeah.
and everyone had a vote,
Yes.
just like Brexit.
No. Sharia is not based on votes.
Just like Brexit. What were you talking about?
Sharia is not based on votes like
You
the way
said the
you think.
majority.
Yes, the majority.
Now you're saying it's not
You need
based
to
on
know how the
votes.
Sharia is elected, how the Caliph is elected.
I'm
You
sure-
obviously
I'm
are
sure you-
ignorant of it.
Okay.
So you think democracy is equal to Sharia. Look at this guy. He's not the same. You know
You're
why?
talking
You know why
about-
the Sharia is better?
Right.
I'll tell you why.
The reason why-
Because
no.
in a Sharia, how the voting is conducted, the representatives of the people are the ones who vote, not any Tom, Dick, and Harry who has no idea about whom they're voting for. Sometimes what happens in a democracy, they give you money and they will vote for the candidate who paid them. So this is called bribery. And in a democracy, that falls apart. Because the thing is that the one who has the most money, they can bribe people and
Okay.
get them into electing the leader who's the richest maybe, or the most powerful. Unfortunately, you can have corrupt leaders, and that's the reason today we see corrupt leaders who take us to war. In England, for example, when Britain went to war,
Alright,
during the
you're
Gulf
just having a
War,
monologue.
during the Gulf War, this was,
man.
the democracy did not agree with it. The majority of people were against the war. But what did the leaders who were elected do?
Okay.
They went to war anyway,
Okay.
on a false pretext of some dodgy dossier that there are weapons of mass
So just to
destruction.
understand- all right,
A million
I'm gonna
people
walk away.
died. A million people
gonna walk
died.
away because this
You
is just a
stop
monologue.
threatening me about walking away. Walk away if you have to. Who the hell are you, man? So let me read. I knew you will not keep his word. I said I'm going to read Deuteronomy from the Bible.
You're having a monologue.
You asked me a question, I'll answer the way I want. I told you already.
Alright then.
Okay, so let's discuss apostasy. I knew you'd go to run away when the Bible came out. Okay, so this guy had a huge problem with apostasy, which means the killing of people who leave the religion. It is actually, before even it was in the Hadith, it was in the Bible, in the Old Testament, in Deuteronomy chapter 13, it says, if your very own brothers, or your son or daughter or wife you love, or your closest friend secretly entice you, saying, let us go and worship other gods. Okay? Then what you do is, by the way, gods here that neither you nor your ancestors have known, gods of the people around you, whether near or far, from one end of the land to the other, do not yield to them or listen to them. Show them no pity. Remember, this is the apostasy law that I'm now going to quote from the Bible. It says here, you must certainly do not spare them or shield them. You must certainly put them to death. Your hand must be the first in putting them to death, and then the hands of all the people. Stone them to death, because they tried to turn you away from the Lord your God, you who brought you out of the wilderness, out of Egypt and out of the land of slavery. Then all Israel will hear and be afraid, and no one among you will do such an evil therein again. This is Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse number 6 to 11. Clearly, apostasy in the Bible. He said he's not going to condemn what's in the Bible. Why? Because it's from his God. If it's in the Hadith, he'll condemn it, but the exact same. In fact, even worse than that. Even worse, because there's no mention of any due process here. There is no going to the judge, no understanding of his mental state or his physical state, none of that. Just stone them to death. That is stone cold from the Bible in Deuteronomy, which is one of the first 5 books from Moses according to the Christians. And this is the law of apostasy in the Bible. If you condemn the Hadith, then condemn your God, who actually in a way revealed this particular passage. It is from your God, the same God you worship, whether as a Trinity or not. It's the same God that you worship in Christianity, because the Old Testament is actually the same God. Old Testament God is different?
No.
Is it different?
The Allah of Islam is the
No.
same God.
I'm saying Old Testament, New Testament.
The God of
Okay,
the
go
heaven
away.
and earth. God of the heaven
Get
and
away
earth
from here.
is the God of
Okay,
the...
now we got the shayateen here. Okay,
God of the
they don't
heaven
actually
and
believe in the
earth
Bible.
is the
By the way,
God
stop
of
coming in my
Abraham,
space.
Isaac, and Jacob.
Yes, God of Jesus. God of Jesus.
Is the God.
And God of Jesus said, according to the Old Testament, stone the apostates. Okay, so anyway, Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hey, go and worship your cow.